Thank you. So in the Middle Ages, Yehuda Halevi declared, "My heart is in the east, and I am in the uttermost west." Centuries and generations later, those words of yearning ring true. Rabbi Noah spoke about this a little bit before. While we celebrate this beautiful Shabbat here in Milwaukee, our hearts surely ache for our brothers and sisters in Israel. We pray that the violence will subside and that the Jerusalem we know here in this world will one day mirror the heavenly Jerusalem envisaged by our tradition. The psalmist declared in the very same breath, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May God grant strength to God's people. May God bless God's people with shalom, with peace. What a year we've collectively had, more than a year even. I stand in this sacred place filled to the brim with so many memories. This is the place where we mark Jewish time, celebrating holidays as the seasons change outside those windows. And this is the place where we mark the very seasons of our lives. This is the place where we join together in sacred memory, allowing space for grief and growth. This is the place where we sanctify relationships under the chuppah. This is the place where we consecrate our students, where they open the Ark on their birthdays and read from the Torah as they mark the beginning of the passage into adulthood. This is the place where Albert and I welcomed our children, George and Dina, into the covenant. This is the very place where I learned, after much encouragement from Rabbi Noah, to trust myself and where I found my voice. This is the place where I've had the privilege of offering countless blessings. This is the place where you blessed me, formally welcoming me as one of your rabbis. This is the place where I really became a rabbi. One of the many Hebrew names for God is Hamakom, which translates to the place. This name reminds us that God isn't contained in any one particular place, but rather God is with us in every place. And while I know that it's true, that God dwells everywhere, after this year, being away from all of you, and being away from this beautiful, meaningful, magnificent place, and now as I at once return to the Bima and prepare to say Lehitraot, I am convinced that God actually does dwell here among us in this sanctuary. And so as I am flooded with memories of this place, so too am I flooded with accompanying emotions, joy and sadness, contentment and longing, but most of all, there's overflowing gratitude. So I hope you'll indulge me now as I offer a litany of gratitude, modeled after the beautiful passage in our Siddur by Reverend Eugene Pickett. Moda ani lachem, I am grateful to you. For the way you nurtured my evolution, supporting me as I became a mother, a rabbi, and a better version of myself, Moda ani lachem. For entrusting me with your children's Jewish education, Moda ani lachem. For inviting me into your moments of vulnerability, Moda ani lachem. For entertaining my silly side, singing along to the Disney parodies, and teaching me that costumes are most definitely not just for Purim, Moda ani lachem. For your spirit of inquiry and your commitment to having difficult conversations and respectful differences of opinions, Moda ani lachem. For your earnest work in repairing the world, engaging in tikkun olam, even and especially when it pushes us past our collective comfort zones, Moda ani lachem. For the opportunity to teach, learn, and pray in this magnificent sanctuary, Moda ani lachem. For our young people, whose questions and spirits breathe new life into our sacred inheritance, Moda ani lachem. For the moments of seemingly unending laughter, and for the space for tears, Moda ani lachem. For the way you welcomed not only me and Albert and our children, but also my parents and my grandma and my entire extended family to be part of this congregational family, Moda ani lachem. For all of the beautiful and authentic friendships that enrich my life and the life of my family, Moda ani lachem. For the devoted members of our administration and maintenance staff, whose diligent work sustains us all, Moda ani lachem. For our incredible teachers who offer their whole hearts to our students, especially during this most challenging year, Moda ani lachem. For collaboration with dedicated and creative lay leaders and volunteers who give of themselves so that we might always strive towards fulfilling this congregation's mission, Moda ani lachem. And for the chance of a lifetime to work alongside and learn from the very best clergy and professional team. For Rabbi Ron's thoughtful care and Cantor Karen's spiritual generosity, for Linda's steady leadership and Abby's creativity and dedication, for Rabbi Jen's emotional wisdom, and for Cantor Perper's vibrant soul, Moda ani lachem. For Rabbi Noah, my mentor and friend, my partner in conversation on whom I can always count to offer a different perspective. For the hours you spent encouraging me, including me, lifting me up, helping me cultivate my rabbinic tools. For the personal example you offer in your own rabbinate. For all this and for so much more, Moda ani lecha. For this congregation's bright future. For Rabbi Pazlowski, who will bring her own gifts, adding to the texture of this place, and for my dear friend Brian Avner, who will bring his creative, sensitive, dedicated, and brilliant leadership to this congregation's educational program, Moda ani lachem. For all these gifts and more, I will forever be grateful. It strikes me that as we part ways in our journey, we begin, as Rabbi Noah said, to read from Sefer Bamidbar, which chronicles our people's journey. Though I anticipate the next step of my journey with great enthusiasm, the thought of our journeys now having to part ways breaks my heart. But it's the kind of heartbreak that leaves me more open and whole. Moda ani lachem.